Wonder Museum in downtown Boston is an optical illusion fusion of artists, poets, designers, and you.
We are all artists, so everyone that comes into the museum is an artist, and they create.
People dance in here, I'm sure they do.
People dance in here all the time.
Chief Experience Officer Brian Haynes says it's a multi-sensory showcase at the intersection of art and technology.
It's pretty amazing. There's a lot of technology that goes into each one of these pieces. We work with a lot of different artists between programming and the actual content makers. And we can program this particular exhibit to do really anything we want. It could be snowflakes, it could be raindrops. It interacts with you in different ways.
It's a place that you can step into your own imagination to bring a moment to life.
I've never seen anybody walk on this floor without their face lighting up. It really does bring that childlike wonder. It is quite an interesting process of fitting the lights into the floor with the mirrors. They're very delicate, magnetic-driven pieces.
This exhibit is an experience that seemingly goes on forever.
This is our infinity space, Let's Survive Forever by Yayoi Kusama, as it is pretty existential when you walk in and start looking around and kind of see your reflection everywhere.
She left room for the user to look into ways to add their own spin.
Pull the string and step inside a storm.
From chaos to calm, the journey comes to life with light and sound. Chronicle paid a visit for some play.
Now this might be my favorite.
While the museum was still under construction, a 6-month process.
This is sound technology. It's one of those exhibits that you are required to interact with. Why don't you grab that half?
Okay.
Also, you can play DJ and dance in the shadow of rainbows.
It's not done until the guest comes in and creates art with us. So most of these exhibits you have to interact with to bring it to life.
Snow, or should we say light angels, anyone? They are ornate, simple, weathered, and renewed. The seat to joy and the platform for creativity.
It's very unique. It's not something that is typically thought of as fine art, but it really is fine American sculpture. It's really spectacular the way that these figures are put together.
The Carousel Museum in Bristol, Connecticut will take you on a ride through centuries of artistry.
We have 400 figures in the building, and they're from about 1870 to contemporary pieces that were made in 2013.
Standing figures, prancers, and jumpers. Beauty of moments of motion frozen in time.
That's another English piece, also a
Morgan
two-seater.
Ergo, executive director of the museum, says before this space opened its doors 3 decades ago, it was a restoration warehouse. The museum, a result of public curiosity.
The finished pieces came down here to dry, and they started touring, and that was sort of the genesis of how the museum began.
Still home to restoration, a few experts at the helm.
And we work really hard to bring that detail back.
But the lion's share of this work done by the hands of volunteers.
We allow volunteers to come, we train them, and they get to work on these amazing pieces of history.
It can be a painstaking process to keep these figures ride-ready.
It's an 82-step process that we do. We do not use any chemicals here at the museum, so we do everything with dental tools and small sanders or a little piece of sandpaper on a popsicle stick.
One horse can take years to restore, and when they are ready to retire, many find a permanent home here.
Probably once a month I'll get a call of somebody saying, like, I have a figure that's been in our family for generations, so we'd like to put it on display at the museum.
So this is Black Bess.
She's beautiful, isn't she? We think she's probably made in 1870. Originally probably a rocking horse, but a lot of rocking horse manufacturers realized that they could make more money by knocking the rails off and making their figures into carousel.
This is a place where the story, their story, unfolds.
There's actually 3 horses in the Philadelphia Bay that when we started doing research, actually they all came from different locations, but they were all on the same carousel. So they were living together for many, many years and then dispersed and then are now back together here at the museum, which is really cool.
A reunion for these 3 sculptures, and for visitors, a reunion with their own inner child.
A simple joy. It harkens back to a simpler time.
And the Carousel Museum has an Adopt a Horse program where you gain the privilege of naming one of their horses on display. The adoption fee, if you will, helps support the nonprofit museum. On display now, Jeff Briggs' Art of the Greenway Carousel, which is located at the Rose Kennedy Greenway, of course, in Boston. Still ahead, celebrating everyday life.